Good evening and welcome to the Leon County Schools 2021 Night of Celebration. Our theme this year is Virtual Night to Shine. Tonight, we are honoring our Glenn Howell Distinguished Educators of the Year, our school related employees of the year, our teachers of the year, and the 2020 2021 retirees of the year. We so wish we could be celebrating with you in person tonight, but I promise we have an exciting program in store for you. We're delighted to recognize our outstanding employees and retirees. At this time, it is my honor, privilege, and pleasure to introduce our first speaker tonight. That is none other than the Leon County School Board Chair, Mrs. Georgia Joy Bowen, who will bring you greetings. Mrs. Bowen.
Thank you, Dr. Gale. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. It is so good to see you and to know that you're out there with us. You make us so happy when you join us. This night of celebration is a wonderful tradition. Tonight, we celebrate you. This has been an unusual year. Pandemic, COVID-19 has caused us to make many changes to our way of work and has caused us to organize our personal lives differently. Yes, COVID-19 forced us to make changes, caused some challenges, personal and professionally, but you pressed your way. You did what you could, you did what you had to do. We did what we needed to do. Much of it we didn't like, but we survived. For that, I want to thank you. I wish I could give each of you a warm handshake, a fist bump, a pat on the back, or a hug even. I hope you can hear in my voice and you can hear with my choice of words the high level of gratitude, sincere appreciation, and respect for you as you serve this district. We applaud your energy, your stick-to-itness, all as you day after day serve the children of our district. Your example of service, dedication, and commitment has truly been above and beyond the call of duty. I pray that you and your families will continue to be safe. On behalf of the Leon County School Board, we thank you, congratulate you, applaud you for a well-deserved recognition that you're getting tonight. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And now, joining us tonight is Senator Lorraine Osley, who wanted to be with us to express her tremendous appreciation for the dedication and hard work of our winners, finalists, honorees, and retirees. It is my extreme honor to ask Senator Lorraine Osley to bring us greetings. Senator Osley.
Thank you so much, Chair Bowen. And you look so beautiful tonight. I just really wanted to join tonight to say thank you to every single member of Leon County Schools family. All of the faces that I see here, administration,
Yes.
from our awardee, everyone who's an awardee, retirees, and every single person working in every single school. You have made it work in the most challenging times that we could ever imagine. I think back, Rocky, on when the pandemic was just beginning and we were going from school to school, moving tables and packing lunches and without missing a beat, being there for families who needed food to make sure that that no one went without food, not knowing what the next week or month was going to hold. Teachers and support staff showing up at school, not knowing how many kids are going to be there, how many kids are going to have online, what are they bringing into your classroom when you're hugging these kids who just want to be hugged and loved, and they don't want, it's just, I can't imagine what you all have been through this year. And I just really wanted to take this minute to say, from the bottom of my heart, how much, as a parent, first of all, of a Leon County student, and as your senator, and as your fellow community person, just thank you. That's all. Just I really wanted to take a quick minute to say thank you.
Thank you so much, Senator Osley, for joining us tonight. At this time, I would like to turn things over to our superintendent of schools and my friend, Mr. Rocky Hannah.
Well, thank you, friend. And I don't know how you follow Miss Bowen. She's just stunningly beautiful this evening with remarkable words of encouragement and support. And Senator Osley, just can't thank you enough. And you failed to mention you're a public school kid. You know, we're former classmates. You're a product of our public schools. No one's a stronger advocate for our traditional public schools than Loranne Osley is. And we just can't thank you enough for your support and advocacy in the legislature during this session and in the years to come. As many of you may have heard, I've been a bit under the weather this week, but I'm on my feet. I'm feeling better. I'm getting stronger every day by the grace of God. But I would like to say that, you know, sometimes we take the little things in life for granted, but it truly is by the grace of God that we are here every single day. So never miss a chance in life to tell those people that are close to you how much you appreciate them, how much you value them, and most importantly, how much you love them, because things can change in an instant. And I certainly had a life-altering experience earlier this week, but I'm glad to be back on my feet at home resting, and then hopefully back in the office next week. And as Ms. Bowen mentioned, although we are again doing this in a virtual format and distance learning because of the distance environment because of COVID, it certainly doesn't diminish the fact how thrilled we are to recognize our wonderful employees, whether you're a teacher of the year, a school-related employee, or a distinguished educator of the year, and most importantly, our retirees, those of you who are retiring this year. Thank you to your continued dedication and service to our school system, and most importantly, to our children. Like Representative or Senator Osley said, this year presented a challenge unlike any other. But it's a challenge we have met. We have given families choices and options. We have welcomed children to our schools with open arms and brick and mortar, and taken the classroom to children at home who still weren't comfortable because of the fear of this virus. And speaking to students, this time I would like to recognize our senior school board member, Senior Lawton Childs, Arsha Harris, who would bring us the thought in the day. And Arsha, I can't thank you enough for your leadership throughout the course of this year. So this time, Ms. Harris, if you would bring us the thought for the day.
Thank you. My thought of the day is inspired by Henry Adams. He once said, "A teacher affects eternity. He can never tell where his influence stops." The amazing men and women that go out of their way every day to make sure that our youth are educated and healthy are building bright futures for the world. Whilst creating bonds with students that give them a home at school and a great education, they're finding the next best doctors, politicians, athletes, philosophers, and more. Not everyone has the resilience and strength to become a teacher, but the people before me definitely do, and I thank everyone here for the impact you've made on thousands of children's lives, including mine. Thank you.
Arsha, again, thank you so much for your leadership. And not only did you represent Lawton Childs High School, you represented the 30,000 students that are in our district, and I will be forever grateful for you helping us navigate these uncharted times. And I think now more than ever, the entire country recognizes that not only our teachers, but our support staff workers and bus drivers, food service workers, all the people associated with our public school system are essential employees and are critical to the mission of our society and can continue in our great democracy we have in this country. But Arsha, again, thank you for your leadership. This night, however, would not be possible without our sponsors. And first and foremost, Envision stepped up as our premier sponsor once again. They have sponsored numerous events and activities within our school system now for decades. The Best and Brightest program, the Backpack program through America's Second Harvest, just to name a few. So now it is my great honor to invite Envision Credit Union's President and CEO, Mr. Darrell Worrell, for a brief presentation.
Hello, everyone. This is Daryl Worrell from Envision Credit Union, and I want to spend a few minutes with you this afternoon and evening and tell you how proud we are of your accomplishments for 2020 and the successful school year that you've just completed. And this has been a year like any other, unlike any other, and we're so excited to work with the Leon County School System and provide some recognition that's probably more deserved than any other year in our history. So thank you to every teacher for juggling many balls, for working in circumstances that none of us in our lifetime have had to encounter, and do it all with the care and compassion of what a teacher does. So we're proud to call you our partner. We're proud to be a part of the Leon County School System. And I'd like to specifically thank not only each of you as teachers, educators, staff, but also Superintendent Hannah for his leadership over this past year. Dr. Gale and the juggling that she's accomplished, and all the principals out there, the Leon County School Board, and the circumstances that were hard to deliver upon, great quality education, but boy, you did it. And education really does require a community, and we're proud to be a part of that community as well. I'd like to also thank the Foundation for Leon County Schools and the coordination of events like this and our partnership with them. Would like to tell you a little bit about Envision and what we were able to do. When the pandemic hit, all of us were stopped in our tracks. And I can promise you that our board of directors and our management team put our heads together and said, what can we do? And one of the biggest things we did was to really focus our efforts on Second Harvest Backpack Program, because we know how important it is in our communities. And we doubled our commitment, then we tripled our commitment. And we're excited to tell you that through our commitment, through your focus, through great community support and the Second Harvest, we were able to take what is usually a $10,000 contribution, triple it to $30,000, and then ask for the community to support you and us in this initiative. And it turned out to be Second Harvest's largest community impact, with over $160,000 of impact, direct food to kids that need it the most. So that makes my heart glow. That makes me smile all the time when I think about it and I get a chance to talk about it. And then we know that this pandemic isn't over. So we are offering that again for the 2021-2022 school year. We're going to have that same impact. We hope it's even bigger than the $160,000 impact to our kids that need this desperately. So along with that, we've also accomplished a tremendous amount of other success for 2020 and 2021. And, you know, from a member give back perspective, as a credit union, that's what we're here for. Our stakeholders are our members first and foremost, our communities, and in our case, how do we give back through education? So I'm proud to report back to you that we gave back right at $400,000 directly to our members in additional savings, interest rates, rewards, those types of things. We also supported education with over $285,000 in direct give back to our education programs. And then our community give back of over $104,000 for the year. So when you add that together, it's close to $800,000, which is a significant part of our profit. And we're proud to do it. We're proud to call you our partners. We're proud of everything that you do on a daily basis. And we want to challenge you to continue to do that. We know it's in your heart. We know that the job of teaching is so critically important, even now more than ever. And we're here to support you. We're here to work with you. And we believe that where you bank matters if it's focused on the same things that you as a consumer are focused on. So thank you again. Enjoy the night. Thank you and congratulations to the winners.
Thank you, President Worrell, for those encouraging remarks. And I think back to when I was a young teacher in 18, geez, not that old, but in 1989, I cashed my first check at North Florida Education Credit Union, which is now Envision, but it's a wonderful bank, a wonderful credit union, and they do a lot to support our schools. In addition, I'd like to recognize our other sponsors, our executive sponsors, the Foundation for Leon County Schools and Director Eric Clark. Thank you so much for your continued dedicated service to our mission with our public school system. To JV and Sons, better known as McDonald's, they have been supporting our schools for the last number of years in many, many ways, including helping with the backpack program and other things, especially at Title I schools. Our diamond sponsor, Comcast, Comcast has been very instrumental in helping in our Internet for All program, so we could ensure that kids had access to the internet that were remoting in from home. So thank you so much to Comcast. Our gold sponsor, who I just had some wonderful dealings with this week, Capital Health Plan, just so thankful for CHP and all that they have done for our employees for a number of decades now. Thank you, CHP. And then our silver sponsors, DAG Architects Incorporated, Eli Robertson Son, Herf Jones, McGinnis Fleming Engineering Company, and then our bronze sponsor, Boy Scouts of America, the Swanee River Area Council. Just a heartfelt thank you to all of our sponsors for making not only this event possible, but for many other events that happen in our schools and in our communities each and every year, and for helping us tonight shine the spotlight on our star employees. And then I would like to personally thank my dear friend and colleague, Dr. Michelle Gale, and her hardworking team on making this evening possible. It has not been easy. It's been a heavy lift, but they have been committed to making this happen, even in a COVID environment. And her team that consists of Sharonda Brown, AKA my work wife, who is just my heart and soul every day in the office. Eric Clark, again with the foundation, Jolicia Coffey, the school board assistant, Brenda Jackson, Julie Jernigan, Susan Mayfield, Kia Rhines, Heather Thomas, also with our marketing department, and the amazing Kelly Walker. And we're so glad to have Kelly back with us in April. So thank you again for tonight. And Dr. Gale, again, I would just say congratulations to everyone who's being recognized. A heartfelt thank you to all of the retirees for your service to our school system. Guys, we're going to look back on this year, and it's going to be a defining moment in our history, and we have been a part of it. And I can't tell you how proud I am to serve as superintendent and to help move our students through this moment in time, through this history, and for us to come out on the other side in a better place. But it wouldn't have happened without you. I'm just so very proud to be a part of it. So now, Dr. Gale, I'll turn the show back over to you. Thank you and good night.
I'm on mute. Yes. Thank you, Superintendent Hannah. Thank you for joining us this evening and sharing those words of encouragement and thanking our sponsors. So now it is an honor and privilege and pleasure to introduce Dr. T. Allen Cox, who is the Assistant Superintendent of School Management Services, and he is going to recognize our finalists from space.
Thank you, Dr. Gill. Yeah, it's my privilege to recognize the 2020-21 finalists this year, as well as several of the schools, and I'll be sharing that duty with Jillian Gregory. But let's get the show going here. So 2020-21 Glenn Howell Distinguished Educator of the Year finalists are Brian Doby from Springwood Elementary School, Dr. Rhonda Flanagan from Frank Hartsfield Elementary School, Crystal Torrance from Pace Center for Girls, and Anisha Robinson from Sable Palm Elementary School. The 2021 School-Related Employee of the Year finalists are Tawana Jackson from Gilchrist Elementary School, Jenny Robertson from Sable Palm Elementary School, Cindy Seidel from Lincoln High School, and Jonathan Williams from Astoria Park Elementary School. Now our 2020-21 Teacher of the Year finalists: Cheryl Christie from Lawton Childs High School, Shakishma O'Reilly from James S. Rickards High School, Elaine Owens from DeSoto Trail Elementary School, and Tiffany Ward from William J. Mumford III Middle School. At this point, I turn it back over to you, Dr. Gale.
Thank you, Dr. Cox. That's absolutely wonderful. Congratulations to all of our finalists. Now, I have the honor of introducing our winners from each category. Let's start with the 2020-2021 Glenn Howell Educator of the Year is none other than Miss Chelsea Johnson Muir of Amos P. Godby High School. Congratulations. The 2020-2021 School-Related Employee of the Year. Congratulations to Mr. Lester Stevens of Chairs Elementary School. And the 2020-2021 Teacher of the Year also hails from Amos P. Godby High School, the Tharp Street Corridor, right, Ms. Bowen? That's why she's over there smiling. Mrs. Althea Valet. Congratulations. Now, let's get on to recognizing all of our honorees. I'd like to again bring you Dr. Alan Cox, who is the Assistant Superintendent of School Management, as well as Mrs. Jillian Gregory, who's our Assistant Superintendent of Academic Services. They are going to recognize our honorees.
Thank you, Dr. Gale. Thank you again for the privilege of doing this. And it'll be alphabetical. And Ms. Gregory and I will be splitting up the schools here. So we'll start with adult and community education. Adult and community education. Glenn Howell, Distinguished Educator of the Year, Catherine Bam. Teacher of the Year, Lisa Jones. School-Related Employee of the Year, Cleon McFarland. And a retiree, Charles R. Greenwell.
Thank you, Dr. Cox. It is my pleasure this evening to announce the honorees for Appalachia Tapestry Magnet School of the Arts. Roshana Beard, Glenn Howell, Distinguished Educator of the Year. Megan Weatherington, Teacher of the Year. Troy Yeomans, School-Related Employee of the Year. And the retirees are Frank Cull and Patricia Wilson.
Okay, next, Astoria Park Elementary School. Katrina Bradwell, Glenn Howell Distinguished Educator of the Year. Kelby Lindsay Marshall, Teacher of the Year. Jonathan Williams, School-Related Employee of the Year. And retirees, Leander M. Brown, Charlene D. Lewis, and Geraldine Williams. Congratulations.
For Bond Elementary School, our School-Related Employee of the Year is L'Oreal Bailey. Our Teacher of the Year is Ryan M. Williams. And our Glenn Howell Educator of the Year is Dexter Hogan. Our retirees from Bond Elementary School are Marion K. Phillips and Linda L. Williams.
Now Buck Lake Elementary School. Medulian Wells, Glenn Howell Distinguished Educator of the Year. Emily Baker, Teacher of the Year. And Ashley Price, School-Related Employee of the Year. And the retirees are John B. Burns, Carlene M. McDaniel, Sonia D. McDowell, and Randy Wright.
At Canopy Oaks Elementary School, Jamison Scott, School-Related Employee of the Year. Alexis Carswell, Teacher of the Year. Kayla Alexander, Glenn Howell Distinguished Educator of the Year. Our retirees for Canopy Oaks are Leslie Anderson and Sharon Hanley.
Chairs Elementary School. Keisha Denise Paul, Glenn Howell Distinguished Educator of the Year. Lester Stevens, School-Related Employee of the Year. And the retirees, Martha R. Davis, Jan K. Munn, Rita J. Tarrin, and Harry Coombs Jr.
At Lawton Childs High School, we honor Melissa Ingram, Glenn Howell Distinguished Educator of the Year, Cheryl Christie, Teacher of the Year, and Kayla Robbins, School-Related Employee of the Year. The retirees for Lawton Childs High School: Stephen Friedlander, Joanne Jacobson, Linda Lewis, Kizanne McLeod, and Laura Vaughn.
Elizabeth Cobb Middle School: Clyde Allen, Glenn Howell Distinguished Educator of the Year, KCU Teacher of the Year, and Kimberly Autry, School-Related Employee of the Year. And the retirees: Gwendolyn O. Butler, Alvin C. Hicks, and Vivian T. Pope.
At J. Michael Conley Elementary School at Southwood, we honor Nikki Williamson, Glenn Howell Distinguished Educator of the Year, Misha Lonqua Smith, Teacher of the Year, Catherine Sondel, School-Related Employee of the Year, and retirees Marissa McKinley and Ellen K. Pearson.
Deer Lake Middle School: Catherine Souls, Glenn Howell Distinguished Educator of the Year, Jessica Williams, Teacher of the Year, Carol O'Connell, School-Related Employee of the Year, and retirees: Patricia M. Kramer, Scott L. Gorman, James A. McCrimmon, and Lisa G. Scott.
At DeSoto Trail Elementary School, we honor Hina Swad, Glenn Howell Distinguished Educator of the Year, Elaine Owens, Teacher of the Year, Melissa Bruner, School-Related Employee of the Year, and Karen Knoll, Retiree.
Early Childhood Programs retirees: Nadine Barfield, Tricia A. Burney, Marcia Morton, Brenda A. Pardee, and Murata Ross.
Our elementary school's Executive Director, Mrs. Susan Kroll.
From Exceptional Student Education: Florida R. Dobson, Carolyn Kennedy, and Karen L. Procacelli.
At Fairview Middle School, Jermaine Harley, Glenn Howell Distinguished Educator of the Year, Lorena Cornelius, Teacher of the Year, and Laura Griffin, School-Related Employee of the Year. And we also honor Gail Mosley, Retiree.
Financial Services: Teresa R. Dwyer, Retiree.
Florida Diagnostic and Learning Resources System, also known as Fiddlers. We honor retiree Edie M. Triquet.
Fort Brayton K-8 School: Darren Wallace, Glenn Howell Distinguished Educator of the Year, Heather Clark, Teacher of the Year, Amy Yanez, School-Related Employee of the Year, and retirees: Vicky D. McElvar and Alda D. Sharon, retirees, Dana M. Wilson and Sean M. Wutherich as well.
At this time, we will turn things over to Calla McNamara, who brings us greetings from the FSU opening nights for a special presentation.
Good evening. I'm Calla McNamara, the Education and Engagement Manager for opening nights at Florida State University. I oversee all our opening nights in-class programming, which takes artists from our season and brings them into the classroom to engage with our local students. I'm here tonight to present this year's winner for the Opening Nights in Class Art Advocate Award. This award recognizes educational professionals that establish extraordinary support for the arts in their classroom to impact as many students as possible through partnerships with Opening Nights in Class programming and other local arts organizations. This year's winner is Sally Ash from Woodville Elementary. Sally has been an art teacher there for years. She not only engages her students in the visual arts, but she also has giving them opportunities to see live performances through opening nights and Tallahassee Youth Orchestra. She also affords opportunities for students to have real life expeditions. So she has partnered with the FAMU Tanner Gallery to do a showcase for her students, along with the 621 Gallery. And she's had exhibitions set up at public libraries. So giving these students some real life experience. She is very active in applying for grants to also bring more opportunity into her classroom for her students. So not only is she nurturing the students that know they want to be artists, she's making sure all the students at Woodville are getting exposed to these opportunities. So I'd like to thank her principal for nominating her and congratulate Sally Ash for winning the Arts Advocate Award. Thank you so much for having me, and I hope everybody has a lovely evening. We look forward to seeing you the rest of our season and next season. Take care.
Thank you so much, Callum McNamara and FSU Opening Nights for that special presentation. So continuing on with our school representatives from Gilchrist Elementary School, Rosemary White, Glenn Howell Distinguished Educator of the Year, Victoria Mendenhall, Teacher of the Year, Twana Jackson, School-Related Employee of the Year, and retirees Carol J. Brown and Pamela H. Dunn.
At Amos P. Godby High School, we honor Chelsea Johnson Muir, Glenn Howell Distinguished Educator of the Year, Althea Valet, Teacher of the Year, and Bev Ryans, School-Related Employee of the Year. We also honor retirees Maria Cabrero, Daphne McLean, Mary McNair, and Miss June Pratt.
Gretchen Everhart School, Brenda Rice, Glenn Howell Distinguished Educator of the Year, Caressa Nee, Teacher of the Year, Michael Williams, School-Related Employee of the Year, and the retirees Phoebe L. Alford, Brenda J. Rice, and Charles A. Smith.
At Griffin Middle School, we honor Brandon Williams, Glenn Howell Distinguished Educator of the Year, Taryn King Jefferson, Teacher of the Year, Arimentha Harris, School-Related Employee of the Year, and retirees Bobby Drayton, Kenzie Feaster, Arimenthia Harris, and Jan Von Shearer.
Frank Hartsfield Elementary School, Dr. Rhonda Blackwell Flanagan, Glenn Howell Distinguished Educator of the Year, Joanne Sarr, Teacher of the Year, Susan Fordham, School-Related Employee of the Year, and Lorinda T. Fuller, retiree.
At Hawks Rise Elementary School, we honor Amy Booher, Glenn Howell Distinguished Educator of the Year, Joanna Tamplin, Teacher of the Year, Adrian Feizu, School-Related Employee of the Year, as well as Rosa Levitt, retiree.
Heritage Trails Community School, Carolyn Gillis, Glenn Howell Distinguished Educator of the Year, Allison Owens, Teacher of the Year, James Thompson, School-Related Employee of the Year, and Ramon F. Benton, retiree.
At Kate Sullivan Elementary School, we honor Cheryl Bolt, Glenn Howell Educator of the Year, Pamela Chauvelin, Teacher of the Year, Kristen D'acevedo, School-Related Employee of the Year, and our retirees, Lisa Niehaus and Margie Reese.
Killearn Lakes Elementary School, Brenda Wagner, Glenn Howell Distinguished Educator of the Year, Joel Eichenlaub, Teacher of the Year, Angelia Miles, School-Related Employee of the Year. And the retirees are Teresa E. Horn, Deborah M. Hunt, Karen H. Parsons, William V. Singleton, Elizabeth A. Spearing, and Marie H. Worrell.
At Leon County Virtual School, we honor Chelsea Williams, Glenn Howell Distinguished Educator of the Year, Calvin Graves, Teacher of the Year, And Vanessa Anderson McGee, School-Related Employee of the Year.
Leon High School, Jacqueline D. Green, Glenn Howell Distinguished Educator of the Year. Catherine Davis, Teacher of the Year. Jamie Moore, School-Related Employee of the Year. And retirees Jacqueline D. Green and Louis F. Tillman.
At Lincoln High School, we honor Mary Swain, Glenn Howell Distinguished Educator of the Year, Linda Nelson, Teacher of the Year, and Cindy Seitel, School Employee of the Year. And retirees, Roseanne Likens, April Rosano, and Miss Harriet Williams.
Lively Technical College, Yolanda Graham, Glenn Howell Distinguished Educator of the Year. Mel Sims, Teacher of the Year. Jamicia Shaddles, School-Related Employee of the Year. And retires Catherine L. Avant, Mark Bowerman, Danilo D. Gelibert, and Kimberly Patterson.
In maintenance, our retirees include Albert G. Kaysen, Arthur L. Evans, Charles W. Jackson, Alan J. Rogers, James L. Shira, Larry Snell, William R. Underwood, Joe L. Williams, and Tony L. Williams.
William J. Mumford III Middle School. Jared Lawson, Glenn Howell Distinguished Educator of the Year. Tiffany Ward, Teacher of the Year. Daryl Sanders, School-Related Employee of the Year. And the retirees, Gail Christensen, Holly E. Dunaway, Cheryl C. Jones, and Deborah Thomas.
At our Frank Nims Middle School, we honor Julie Lawson, Glenn Howell Distinguished Educator of the Year, Jeffrey Sims Jr., Teacher of the Year, Donald Rogan, School-Related Employee of the Year, and retirees, Janice Everett and Mr. James P. Love.
Nutrition Services retirees, Velma Baldwin, Billy Bridges, Agnes C. Gibbs, Eleanor Hale, James Halcroft, Patricia Iskrup, and Curtis A. Ling.
We will continue recognitions of our outstanding employees following a special presentation by Rafael Vasquez, owner and operator of JV & Sons, Inc.
Hello, I'm Rafael Vasquez, local McDonald's franchisee here in Leon County. I want to congratulate all the people being recognized on this Zoom call, and proud to let you know that McDonald's is here as the proud sponsor for Leon County Schools. So proud to be part of this event, and I look forward to a great 2021 with Leon County Schools. Proud to be a partner, look forward to everything. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Vasquez. Now let's continue with our school site recognitions. Oak Ridge Elementary School, Shia Harrell, the Glenn Howell Distinguished Educator of the Year. Kamala Weeks, Teacher of the Year. Brenda Caraway, School-Related Employee of the Year. And retirees, Janie Letts and Janetta Williams.
At Pace Center for Girls, we honor Crystal Tornez, Glenn Howell Distinguished Educator of the Year.
Pineview Elementary School, Danielle Hess, Glenn Howell Distinguished Educator of the Year. Aubrey Yalabelli, Teacher of the Year. Ian Moore, School-Related Employee of the Year. And the retirees, Jenny Allen and Harry Pouncil.
At Professional and Community Services, we honor Denise Ray, retiree.
Professional Learning and Curriculum Services, Susan A. Borland, retiree.
In Purchasing, we honor Martha Reen Jones, retiree.
Augusta Robb Middle School, Francisco Perez, Glenn Howell, Distinguished Educator of the Year. Lindsay Bell, Teacher of the Year. Monica Payne, School-Related Employee of the Year. And the retirees, Terry J. Collins, Craig M. Kramer, Tracy M. Gaines, and Trabon S. Gowan.
At James S. Rickards High School, we honor Andrew Thomas, Glenn Howell, Distinguished Educator of the Year. Shakishma O'Reilly, Teacher of the Year. Valerie Washington, School-Related Employee of the Year. And retirees, Zach Ansley, Samuel Hayes, and Jacqueline B. Lawson.
John G. Riley Elementary School, Gladys Robinson Callaway, Glenn Howell, Distinguished Educator of the Year. Ruth Augustine, Teacher of the Year. Sophia Keaton, School-Related Employee of the Year. And the retirees, Catherine C. Davis, Bridget Gaines, Anthony J. Hall, Cheryl A. Mars, and Zamethia B. Wilson.
At Roberts Elementary School, we honor Irma Seaver, Glenn Howell, Distinguished Educator of the Year. Angeline Harry, Teacher of the Year. Felicia A. Wilson, School-Related Employee of the Year. And we honor Frances Finchman, retiree.
Lillian Rudiger Elementary School, Paulette Chavez, Glenn Howell, Distinguished Educator of the Year. Lacey Moore, Teacher of the Year. Michael Bird, School-Related Employee of the Year. And Pamela Rivers, retiree.
At Sable Palm Elementary School, we honor Anisha Robinson, Glenn Howell, Distinguished Educator of the Year. Frederica Wilson, Teacher of the Year. And Jenny Robertson, School-Related Employee of the Year.
Sale High School, Marcia Cohn, Glenn Howell, Distinguished Educator of the Year. Rosa Cephalou, Teacher of the Year. Vicki Reeves, School-Related Employee of the Year. And retirees, Shirley J. Kane, Solomon E. Lewis, Martha L. Rouse, and John S. Schaller.
In school improvement, accountability, and testing, we honor Andrea Goddard, retiree.
School safety and security, Robert A. Truquet, retiree.
At Sealy Elementary Math and Science Magnet School, we honor Marlena Wims, Glenn Howell, Distinguished Educator of the Year. Rachel Cassidy, Teacher of the Year. Kelly Tompkins, School-Related Employee of the Year. And we honor retirees Vicki H. Goodman, Jerome Jackson, and Kathleen A. Morgan Landing.
Second Chance and Success Academy at Gasbini Learning Center. Cassie Jones, Glenn Howell, Distinguished Educator of the Year. Anastasia Bowman, Teacher of the Year. Tashina LaFleur, School-Related Employee of the Year. And the retirees, Myra King, Deborah C. Rankin, and Brenda K. Scott.
At Springwood Elementary School, we honor Brian Doby, Glenn Howell, Distinguished Educator of the Year. Cloris Hadakovich, Teacher of the Year. Angela Brown, School-Related Employee of the Year.
Swift Creek Middle School, Sandra Clary, Glenn Howell, Distinguished Educator of the Year. Jerry Edmonston, Teacher of the Year. Arthur Dunlap, School-Related Employee of the Year. And LaWanda B. Fitz, retiree.
In Technology and Information Services, we honor retirees Judy Kinnear, Robert Lines, Sharon W. Roberts.
And in transportation, we have a host of retirees: Ernest J. Davies, Gail M. Friesen, Wanda F. Gaskins Dixon, Angela D. Harris, Jacqueline Harris, Eloise F. Hatton, James B. Holliday, Brenda J. Hollis, Bobby Jean Horton, Jesse A. Johnson, Millie A. Mathis, Lena M. Neely, Cheryl A. Page, Bobby Tucker, and Nora L. Virgin.
In the warehouse, we have retirees Haley Dwyer and Dr. Michael R. Moore.
W.T. Moore Elementary School, Dominique Carro, Rora, Glenn Howell, Distinguished Educator of the Year, Tiffany Bellflower, Teacher of the Year, Denise D. Roberts, School-Related Employee of the Year, and Carol S. Rowland, Retiree.
At Woodville K-8 School, we have Dewan Knight, Glenn Howell, Distinguished Educator of the Year, Melissa Otter, Teacher of the Year, Sean Acree, Employee of the Year, and Olivia Langston, Retiree. Congratulations to all of our honorees. Now we will have a special presentation by Scott Major, President of the Leon County Teacher Association.
Mrs. Gregory, Mr. Mazur said that he has really bad cell service. So he asked that I please ask Ms. Taylor and Ms. Smith from LCTA, and they're online, if they could please provide the presentation for LCTA.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Michelenko Smith, and I am here to represent the Leon Classroom Teachers Association Social Justice Committee with our nominees for this year. And none other than Mrs. Sylvia Myers earned the title of the Joe Glick Memorial Award for Principal of the Year. We are so honored to recognize her this year from Springwood Elementary. She is a very, very genuine principal. She takes the time to listen. She makes connections with her staff, students, and community on a regular basis. And she is an example of what a leader should be in the Leon County school system. She's very flexible. She leads with grace, compassion, and she leads by example. And she expects nothing but the best from her staff. And when she says that they need to take care of themselves, she truly means that. So she is very much appreciated, and we are so excited to be able to nominate her and select her this year for Principal of the Year.
Hey, next up, the next recipient we would like to recognize is Hank McGrotha. Hank is currently an assistant principal at Killearn Lakes Elementary. He is consistently engaging students with an extreme positive attitude. He is an advocate for his teachers, and he makes them feel like they are a part of the decision-making process at their site. He has a way of making everyone feel at ease and is the first to share with children that learning is a lifelong process. He is a protector of his teachers, his staff, and students on campus, and has de-escalated situations with understanding and support, making everyone feel safe in the learning environment. He is also open to help and grow and help in growth with values and input by accepting values and input from the Killearn Lakes Elementary School stakeholders. With this, we would like to name him the recipient of the Joe Glick Memorial Award, Assistant Principal of the Year. Okay, and the next group we would like to recognize is the Florida A&M University's Cooperative Extension Program. We would like to recognize them for displaying such a stellar example of leadership. The CEP holds a special place in our community and has been truly supportive of Leon County School students and educators. The goals of the department align with those of true and effective change agents. As a result of CEP's efforts, future leaders are being created that will carry on the torch and bring about essential progress that benefits the society as a whole. With this in mind, LCTA Social Justice Committee would like to nominate Florida A&M University's Cooperative Extension Program for the 2021 Humanitarian Award.
This year for the Levon Dillmore Goss Union Champion Award, our recipient is none other than Sandra Metter. She's a teacher at Woodville. And even when Sandra was facing health concerns, she still found a way to balance her family commitment and has always risen to the occasion and is ready when called upon to do her duties as a teacher and as a member of LCTA. She's always engaging her administration, staff, and colleagues, and she's always willing to learn. Recently, she led her team to work with FEA to review and implement guidelines that protect our members' best interests. Sandra's also a fighter. If you know Sandra, you know that about her. She doesn't back down. She knows what is right and just and will do all that she can to make things better for her fellow members. So we're so elated to recognize Sandra Metter as our Levon Dillmore Goss Union Champion Award recipient for the 2020-21 school year.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Ms. Smith and Ms. Taylor, and also Scott Mazer. Like I said, he has awful reception where he is, but he had team members ready to step right in. Thank you and congratulations to all of the recipients of the awards from LCTA. I would also like to thank Dr. Cox and Mrs. Gregory for your assistance. We could not have done this without you. Also, I would like to congratulate all of our honorees on a job well done. So, some special announcements, take note. Thanks to the generous support of our amazing sponsors, our winners of the Glenn Howell Distinguished Educator of the Year, School Related Employee of the Year, and the Teacher of the Year, I have 3 checks with your name on them from JV and Sons. They will be delivered to your school tomorrow. You're probably asking, well, how much are those checks made out for? $1,000. Congratulations. And that is from JV and Sons, again, to our Teacher of the Year, our School-Related Employee of the Year, and our Glenn Howell Distinguished Educator of the Year. So thanks again to McDonald's for this generous donation. There are other things as well, but you won't get those until in June. We're going to talk about that in just a second. Now, our Teacher of the Year, the superintendent shared this information. They will get a beautiful, I don't know if you can see it, but this is a beautiful ring that is bestowed to each of the Teachers of the Year from each of our districts in Florida. This will be delivered to none other than Miss Althea Valet tomorrow at Amos P. Godby High School. So yes, I have a couple of deliveries for Amos P. Godby High School. Congratulations, and we'd like to thank our sponsor, Herb Jones. That ring is provided by Mr. Brad Maxwell. Now, for the second year in a row, we will be having a drive-through ceremony for all of our winners, finalists, nominees, and retirees. That's everybody whose name we just called. We will have some special treats for you, and we want to congratulate you in person. Please join us on Monday, June 14th, from 9 o'clock a.m. until 11 o'clock a.m. at the main district office located at 2757 West Pensacola Street. We look forward to seeing you there. We're going to have a special radio broadcast. We're going to have fun, all kinds of great prizes. We're going to be reaching out to everyone to make sure you have this date on your calendar. So within the next week, you should receive an invitation in either district mail or U.S. mail. U.S. mail will go to our retirees. District mail will go to those who are still working. So we look forward to this. Again, we thank you for joining us this evening. And more importantly, we thank you for everything you do to make our district great. Thank you for tuning in tonight. and have a great evening. Good night.